Are we live? Oh, there we go.
It says we are. What's going on, you knuckleheads? We are live
What's
trying
up?
out a brand new um, live process for the Final Four. Hope everybody's doing well. And it seems like we're live, man. It seems like we're doing it. Oh, it's even typing in. Oh, wow. It's even got closed captioning. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's got closed captioning. So what's up, John?
Not much. Just sitting at work.
So, dude, we have yet to show your interview, man, from Elite Eight, but we're going to go ahead and show that here this week. My apologies for not getting that on. Again, we're trying out new software here for the Final Four, man. But we do see Mr. Redbeard really up close and personal here, and
Oh yeah.
this is the guy you're facing in the Final Four, man. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, man, to see you guys go at it. Marcus says he's got a good game plan.
I think it'll be a good weekend.
So what's your point?
I know John's fishing a live event this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So I told him, I said, straight up, I said, I'm not going to go to my honey hole even though I've got it back there. I'm going to go fish areas of the same body of water that I haven't been to yet, try them out. That way, it's more of a fair opportunity for both of us. We're both going to have to grind it out. He told me, no, go fish your honey hole. And I was like, no, look, there's no sense in running away with it. I'll go fish a new area. I know there's still fish back in there all around, and I'll grind it out with you. So, bringing it down to a fair level as best I can, and hopefully me and him both have a good run at it.
Well, David Brooks says, "Oh, are we going to do a beard bet?" Ooh, that's pretty good.
David Brook is only saying that because he's not man enough to grow a beard.
That's touche, man. Well, we just had a tropical storm come through here last night, threw down some trees. I actually fished in it last night. I fished in it to as much as I could, and then it just poured down rain, and I just couldn't do it anymore, man. But I just had to get back on the Potomac River, see what happened, man. But I can say I fished Tropical Storm Isaias, or whatever the heck they're calling it, man. So that was pretty fun. But
yeah, we got a lot of power outages up this way.
Hey, this is not taking out much battery like Skype does either.
Yeah, this is really cool. I like it. And look, man, like for instance, I could say this is brought to you by, this let's see here. Do this. This is brought to you by like Exotic Rods. This interview is brought to you by Exotic Rods. There you go. And then boom, it shows a logo. So I think they'll be happy with that. But anyway, or Amped Outdoors, yeah. So there's Amped Outdoors. So that's pretty cool, man.
Are we going to be using OBS for the captain's meeting, or are we going to be using this?
This is fantastic. This is much easier to use. It doesn't have all the. I mean, you could do all the bells and whistles with the all the other stuff we've got going on, the videos and all that stuff. But anyway, it's going to be cool, man. I like it.
Well, you want me to use OBS for the captain's meeting to play the videos, and then you use BTV during the actual broadcast on Saturday?
No, you can use BTV. Trust me, it's a lot easier.
Well, don't we want to show the KBBT videos? You
can upload it to it.
Okay.
As long as they're 100 megabytes or less. So,
right,
but it's really cool. All right, John, let's get to you, man. Who cares about Marcus real quick?
I gotta get back into work anyways.
You know what? I'm gonna mute him. He's out of here. So he's gone. Let's talk to you real quick, man. So, dude, look, man, you've got a live event. You're facing Marcus. He's got utmost confidence, man. I can't stand it. He's got huge confidence going into this Final Four. I don't know where it's all coming from, but he found how to unlock Toledo Ben, and he thinks he's got the upper hand because you are fishing a live event. But have you thought about not going live and going out and fishing a honey hole, or are you just set on Final Four and just see what happens?
It's tough for me because I'm sitting really well in two different leagues. so I'm making a run at Angler of the Year in both.
Yeah.
So I really need this live event, but this live event is on a body of water that you can put up 90+ inches.
Wow.
So it all depends. Yeah, it depends. You could have a really bad day and not limit out, or I know guys pre-fishing, and I grew up near this area. They pull 95 inches a lot.
That's strong. I mean, look, my Marcus put up 94 1/4 on Saturday, and he was talking about. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. He's kind of looking ahead. He's like, look, do I fish the outskirts? If I hit 90, do I fish the outskirts of it and then go in full blast on Sunday? Already counting, Sunday in.
Yeah.
But dude,
Yep.
you got to win Saturday to get the Sunday. So why would you try to fish the outskirts and just tick tack along, man? I mean, look, you're here for the Final Four for a reason, man. I think Marcus. I'll be honest, man, I think he's counting you out. And I mean, if you put up 90, I think you have a shot.
Yeah, I think he's gonna skip that water altogether. I think he was a stand-up guy and called me and said that, hey, let's make it an even playing field. You're gonna fish live. I'm gonna go somewhere else. And I told him not to. I said, just go to your honey hole and fish it. And he said, nope. Let's try and make it even. And I know you're fishing live. I know you're fishing Angler of the Year. Let's make it fair. So let's see what happens. And wait, what was his average before last week?
77 1/4.
All right, so we had 1 week at 94 or 93.
Yeah, but he
I got pretty good odds, I think.
Well, I don't know. He went to this hole that he's got figured out. I mean, he's fishing the kind of same water Rodney Kinnan fishes, not the exact same holes, but he does have it figured out. And Marcus has now. I think he's become a much stronger fisherman in these holes. These fish where he's fishing they're rotating in and out, and they're replenishing every 15, 20 minutes. And he's kind of figured this out. The same thing happened with Rodney Kinnan. And so he is going to be fishing these holes that, I mean, if Rodney puts up like 95 inches every single time he goes out there, you've got to expect that he's going to be on fish up to between 90 and 95 inches, man. And so, that's the thing. I mean, it's going to be, I mean, I know you're fishing a live event, but you're going to be diluting that water. You're going to have that water diluted with all the other, all the other folks there.
I know.
So you got to hit. I mean, you're basically going to have to win your live event and put up 90 inches, for this matchup, man. And I mean, I'm sure that's the goal. That's the goal for sure.
That was a goal the week before when I fished the KBF East West Harbor. Except I fifth first day and first on the second day. I needed that first on the first day, but I still squeaked by with the fifth place.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I've had a good run. I'm gonna go at it full force and see if I can't get 90+ inches.
So let me ask you this: are you surprised that you're here?
Honestly, no.
Good.
I'm not cocky or anything else. I just this year has shown me that I can fish with anybody, and as long as I can keep doing what I'm doing, I should keep doing halfway decent, I guess.
Has this bracket increased your confidence as a fisherman as a whole?
Yeah, I'd say it has. Yeah, and the whole season for me has. But I like the 1 versus 1, so I like that format. But it has increased my confidence.
Well, let me tell you this, man. It's not by mistake that the guys who finish well in the bracket go on to just demolish their opponents in the live events. We've seen time after time after time the guys who are like Elite 8 or better either win or finish top 5 in all the live events, man. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because of the competitive nature. You're really having to open up your tackle box a little bit more, and you're going outside your box and to try that more on the live event side. But I can name, multiple names throughout this year already that has really destroyed the live events because they're competition fish ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
This year, I put a lot of time on the water this year. a whole bunch. So that's also helped.
So where's your live event? Where's your live
I really
event?
like this. I'm in Ohio. It's a body of water called Portage Lakes.
Okay.
So there's a group of lakes in this area. It's going to be east side of Ohio.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's where I'll be.
Nice, man. I mean, so is this a KBF trail or is this a KBF Open?
No, this is an Ohio. It's an Ohio trail.
Gotcha.
This is an Ohio trail, and then I'm actually going to skip on the Hobie BOS for this one again for Angle of the Year for this trail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so let's talk about the Hobie BOS if you have a chance. I mean, you fished it, I fished it.
Sure.
They're at the Susquehanna River, and Josh, if you're watching this, Josh Smith, it's called Susquehanna. It's the Susquehanna River in Pennsylvania, but this is going to be a pretty exciting event. I think this is going to be a very exciting event. Okay, but the problem is this: now you have a completely different river. The flow and the tropical storm coming up there is, I mean, it's going to flood the crap out of this river, man. It's almost going to be too dangerous.
Yes.
I mean, and these guys have to make a call. The spots that these smallies would hang out at, in more open river, deeper water, and behind the rocks and everything else, that's not going to be open for these guys, man. So if they do decide to do the Hobie BOS this week, which I hope they do, man, the whole tournament changes. I think guys like Jake Harshman and all these other guys who fish the Susquehanna, who are major favorites, the whole river changes, and I think it's open to anybody. But I mean, it's going to be limited to the creeks, the backwaters. You can't fish the main water. I mean, you can, but I mean, it's going to be dangerous. I mean, the flow on the Susquehanna is going to be it's going to be flying after this tropical storm. And I mean, so what do you think about this tournament going on, man? I mean, what's your advice, or what do you think that could happen in this tournament?
So I'm not sure with the weather we've gotten here if they're still going to have it. I mean, I was just looking at our outage map for New Jersey and West Virginia and that for the storm that came through. Yeah. I mean, there's 500,000 people. I know actually there's 1.1 million people out of power in the Northeast right now. So it's bringing in a ton of water. And then with the Hobie series, that's no motors. So all those guys that would be motoring through that water, some of them aren't going to be in Hobies with a pedal drive. They're going to be on a paddle. So it's definitely going to change. But I think there's a couple guys I know that are coming up that are those backwater guys, those creek guys. I mean, you're going to have probably Drew Gregory and Cody Milton and all those skinny water guys that are going to be coming up that if it still goes on and they can get back in that water, it might be interesting this weekend.
I don't think there's going to be – you're not dragging kayaks this time after this water. I mean, a lot of guys are in skinny waters. You're not dragging kayaks. We had a guy that fished in the May bracket. His name is Tori. It's Tony Bryant and Tori Webb. These guys went up to the Susquehanna, and Tori Webb actually went up there and actually made it to the Elite Eight, fishing the Susquehanna up in like these creeks and everything else. And when we interviewed him, you could literally see him in the real skinny water, maybe 40, 50 yards wide, dragging the kayaks off these little, pebbles and rocks and everything else, man. I'm thinking that's the kind of skinny water they're going to have to find. But, man, I just don't think – and with a little bit deeper holes and stuff. But I'm telling you, this water – I mean, this whole tournament changes, man. And, I mean, you have to look at yourself between safety and finding the fish. And, I mean, you're not going to take a Hobie, through this water. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen, It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And some of that water – I mean, it's going to blow out quick.
Yep. Hey, we got another. We have another guest on. Mason, good.
How's it going?
All right.
How's it going? What's going on, bud? Yeah, man. Hey, look, I'm impressed with it. I really am. I'm very, very impressed with this deal. It seems like it's working pretty well, man. A lot more clarity. I can bring people in and out of it, but. Mason, we were just talking about the Susquehanna River Hobie Bass Series, but you also have a bass tournament coming up too. After this one, we have the Bassmaster up in La Crosse. That's coming up, I think, in 2 weeks, right?
Yep, August 15th. I won't be able to go to it, but I know a bunch of people that are.
I understand. Let's see. I think there's 62 signed up for the Hobie Bass, or maybe 80, somewhere around there. We were just talking about the Susquehanna being blown out because of the river with the tropical storm and everything else. It changes the tournament tremendously. But you guys had pretty good weather all the way up, where you're at in the Midwest. But
Yeah.
I understand like 126 anglers are signed up for that event.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I think it was either 126 sounds right. Tyler was talking, I want to say just yesterday, and it's the largest event on lacrosse we've ever had.
Wow.
At a
Wow.
KBF, Hobie, Bass, any of them.
Well, I mean, you know what? Here's the deal. I mean, Dwayne Wally, is the one who kind of leads that whole charge with Bass, but Tyler Cole bringing his name to the forefront and bringing that tournament, as a TD, I think really helped.
I do too. He's a great tournament director. He's been pushing for that tournament, and then as the tournament was allowed, he's been pushing it to try to get every angler he knows and can find to join it. Really make a big showing.
Man, if I wasn't so stinking far away, I'd go up there, man, in a heartbeat, man. But I just got back from the 2 month traveling, man. It'd be real tough, man. Real tough for me to make. I would love to though. But
I really wanted to make it too, but I'll be on a family vacation on Table Rock, so I'll just be fun fishing Table Rock for a week.
Last time they fished Table Rock, it was up 15 feet. They were fishing in people's backyard, literally. That's when Marty Hughes won that event. Yeah. Well, we were just talking to John about his strategy. He's fishing a live event. What was the place called again, John?
Portage Lakes.
Portage Lakes. Okay. So he was fishing a live event. He's got to go against Marcus. He thinks that, that in his spot, they can put up, in the 90s. And it's going to take every bit of 90 to beat Marcus. I mean, Marcus is confident. I can't believe I'm saying this, that we're actually talking about Marcus Coates being a premier angler, but it is showing true. And he is putting his money where his mouth is with it. But, he's doing the work. But, dude, Mason, you were late, a very late entry into the East bracket. You wind up taking the East bracket. You fished the same body of water constantly throughout this event. You're going against Kyle Zemke, who has never put less than 90 inches on the board, okay? You yourself, man, you said it yourself that you were kind of saving the big lake and trying to get the fish to respond. But here's the deal, man. You got to look ahead. I hate to say this, but you have to look ahead just like everybody else. If you win Saturday, are you willing to blow out your spots, so to speak, or you're going to try to stick with the same spot that hopefully they'll bite twice and sore lip baits all day on Sunday? Because the ultimate goal, look, you got to win. I mean, you get to this far, you got to win. Or are you going to take like the Tommy Thompson approach and then kind of go in big bass lakes around the area and try to win it on Saturday and then hold your spot on Sunday?
No, my plan is I'm going to my spot on Saturday. Hopefully I can throw up like another 98-inch day. That'd be awesome.
Whew.
And then Sunday, I was talking to Jeremy, and he got a spot from Jordan Westerman. And so I think I'm going to hit that spot on Sunday.
Okay.
That Jordan and Tyler, when they went against each other, that's the lake they went to.
Okay, I got you. That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, that was my point, I guess. I mean, you can't. I guess you can't. You can't stay in the same spot 2 days in a row. I guess that's my point. You know what I mean?
Especially to as small of a lake that is. There's enough. There's over 10, 20-inch fish in there, but what are the chances I'm going to catch 10, 20s in 2 days?
That's
on the
right.
Same small body of water.
So for you, look, man, that Kyle, he just, dude, I mean, he's a machine, okay? Yep. What do you think it's going to take to beat Kyle? I mean, legitimately.
I'm thinking it's going to take 96 inches.
Okay. So if it's going to take 96 inches, if you don't get, let's say, 85 inches by 10 o'clock, what do you do?
I don't know. I'm really hoping I don't have to come to that predicament, because there are a lot of big bass lakes around here, but
Yeah.
they're all about an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours away from where I'll be fishing. So if
Right.
I do make that decision to up and move and go to one of those big bass lakes, I'm probably going to be wasting an hour and a half just driving to the next big bass lake.
That's the problem with Iowa.
That's the drive I had to make last weekend.
I know. And listen, I mean, that was an amazing story. If y'all missed it, if y'all missed this last week, it was amazing. John actually went to a buddy of his up in Michigan, and it was promised a big bass lake. The guy called out on him at 8 o'clock in the morning and said, "Hey, I'm not going to be able to be there." John actually fished the lake anyway. It was a dink fest. He knew that wasn't going to survive. And so he took that dink fest. He left, drove like an hour and a half to another lake in Ohio that he knew, wasted a bunch of time, got on the water, was able to fish for a couple hours, and wind up catching a 19-incher to get, he was 9.25 inches away from Nick Berlin, put 19 inches on the board, was a quarter inch away from Nick, and then caught a 13-inch dink to take the lead with a quarter inch by a quarter inch with 5 minutes to go. You can't make this up. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. Those who are just joining, hi, how are y'all? We are trying out a new platform. Welcome everybody to it's just a little bonus coverage we got going on. We're just trying out a new platform. I seem to really like it. I think it's really cool. It's really nice, but hey, it seems to be broadcasted real well. Actually, the pictures are a lot better too, guys. It seems like than Skype is. You know what I mean? So it looks good. Very, very excited. But Mason, let's get back to you, man. So, you know, again, I mean, you got to play it by ear, right? It's just one of those gut fisherman feeling, you know what I mean? But I mean, what do you think, man? Do you think your spot can win? Honestly.
Yeah. Yes. My home spot, I think I can win.
Yeah.
The fish are biting. The bite's picking up, and the big ones are there.
Yeah, I know. You caught two of them right behind me. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And
well, I mean,
like last Saturday, I went to the smaller of the two lakes and was fishing, and I wasn't getting that big a fish. And so I was like, I really didn't want to move over to the main lake because I wanted to save it for this Saturday. But I did. And I was like, I'm just going to not go to the areas where I normally fish. I normally catch the big fish. I'm going to try to find the areas where I don't catch big fish and try to really learn them. I ended up pulling out a 17 and a half and I think an 18 that helped me get that win.
Yeah. So I got to ask you this, man. What does it feel like to be in the Final Four? You and Jordan Westerman are the only two from Iowa to do it, man. What does it feel like?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's cool.
Now, you got to do something that Jordan did not do.
Yeah.
And that's make it to the championship.
That's the plan, yeah.
So what kind of messages and stuff like that, both of you guys, what kind of messages have you been getting this week after you guys won? I mean, what's the response you guys got?
It's been pretty crazy. And a lot of messages. A lot of people, a lot of new friend requests.
Yeah.
On the social media platforms.
Welcome to popularity. I mean, guys, we're kind of blown away, man, about the amount of people that really pay attention. We see the back end numbers and we're just blown away. I mean, if I was to tell you, let me say this: the night of Conrad Benetti and Matt Frentress, the night we did the reveal show, we had 52,000 people watching this live.
Wow.
just to put it in perspective, that's That's more than ESPN like news. That's more than like on cable live. I mean, that's like about as much as Weather Channel people. That's kind of numbers that it was doing tonight. That was incredible. I mean, it's just because people were like sharing, and the only thing that we see, like when we see the numbers, like the number of eyeballs, you only see that people are going directly to the KBBT page. They don't see like the watch parties, or they don't see the people who share or anything like that. We can only see what is directly to the KBBT page. But as people share it, and as people do watch parties and stuff like that, all those numbers come in on the back end. We were blown away about the coverage. It was incredible. But yeah, I mean, it's people are watching, man. People are watching for sure. Well, I mean, okay, guys. Well, listen, we're going to get ready to wrap this up, man. I just want to kind of test this out. Thanks for guys for jumping on board. But in terms of expectation, we're definitely going to use this Be Live app. It's really cool. I think it's much more clear. Again, the Skype was a pain in the butt. We're trying to get rid of that, and this seems like to be a lot better platform. Guys, those who are watching, thanks for watching for the bonus coverage. Hope you guys are at lunch or something. You guys are enjoying it, but we got a little interviews going on right now with the Final Four folks. But we're going to kind of hang it up from here, guys. You guys pre-fishing at all during this week, or are you going to leave your fishing holes alone?
I'm leaving mine alone.
I may pre-fish a little bit Friday morning, but not much.
Gotcha. Well,
really just scan some water.
We're in a team event here at the Northern Virginia Kayak Bass Association. It's a local club we got going on, and it's for the BZO charity, and we have a team event. There's 42 anglers signed up, and Will Brewer actually happened to be a random draw as my partner. So I got to make him proud, man. So I'm gonna go out fishing this afternoon. After this tropical storm moved out of here, it's sun shining and light wind, so I got to get on the water this afternoon. So hopefully it's rip some lips and see what we got going on. But guys, I cannot wait to cover this Saturday. I wish Marcus was covering it and I was fishing it, but that's not the way it's working. So I can't wait to go, guys, do it. But keep your apps on, keep your batteries on, your battery chargers and stuff like that. And let's put on a show, man. Let's have fun with it.
Sounds good.
Boys, thanks for checking in with us, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Take care.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for jumping on board. We appreciate it, and we hope that you enjoyed it. And again, we're just testing out a whole new thing for the Final Four coverage, and I like it. I really do. I think it's a little bit more crisp, clear, and all that good stuff. So thanks for jumping on board, and we'll hope to see you here in it. Yeah, we'll be in and out as we get through. So. But guys, have a great day. Stay safe out there. Go fishing if you can. Take care. Bye.